You ever trip over a crack in the pavement and then spend the next hour blaming gravity? Yeah, that's kind of how anxiety works. See, most people think they're anxious because of something real, something right here, right now. Like your boss might fire you, or your girlfriend gave you the look. But the truth? Your brain's running old software. Some janky beta version coded during childhood, updated never. Welcome to the Garbage Saints University. Go Alley Cats. So your nervous system, it's like a jumpy raccoon. It remembers every trash can it got spooked by. And it doesn't ask if the alley's still dangerous. It just hisses and runs. Let me break it down for you in Saint-style neuroscience. You've got this prehistoric panic button lodged in your brain, the amygdala. Tiny thing, almond-shaped. But don't let the size fool you. It's like having a paranoid squirrel with a bullhorn screaming danger at everything. Back in the cave days, it was scanning for saber-toothed tigers and tribal betrayals, real threats. Now, it freaks out over unread emails, a 3-dot typing bubble, someone saying, "We need to talk." Thing is, the amygdala doesn't do nuance. It doesn't speak your language, doesn't read your mindfulness quotes. It's not interested in whether the threat is logical or not. It just hits the red button and floods your system with sirens, because that's its job, not to think, just to react. Worse, once it freaks out, your prefrontal cortex, the CEO of Reason and Chill Vibes Inc., gets kicked out of the meeting. You're not thinking anymore, you're reacting. It's pure biology, baby. No shame, but also no future in letting a paranoid squirrel run the control panel, right? You ever been on one of those old rusty buses, the kind that smells like engine grease and regret, and the driver slams the brakes out of nowhere? That's what your nervous system does when old fear hits. Something from way back slams the brakes and suddenly you're flying into panic like the crash is happening now. It's not. It's a memory, a ghost, an echo bouncing off the alley walls of your brain. But here's the kicker. Your body doesn't know the difference between real and remembered. You just feel the jolt. And what do we do then? We build entire personalities around flinching. I'm just a worrier. I overthink everything. I have high-functioning anxiety. A fancy way to say, I suffer silently, but look fabulous doing it. Look, I'm not judging. I live in an alley, but I chose this alley. Most people, they're stuck in a psychological one with no exit signs. That's the difference. That's the difference between a free man and a slave, no matter how shiny the cage is. So how do we break the loop? First, update your inner software. Every day ask, is this fear mine, or is it hand-me-down fear? Maybe it's your dad's fear of losing money, your mom's talent for turning a cough into a funeral plan, that one teacher who always looked like she was one unpaid bill away from an emotional meltdown. Second, slow your roll, literally. When you feel that chest tightness or the thought spiral kicking in, pause, put your hand on your chest like you're pledging allegiance to your sanity, and breathe like you're trying to fog up a mirror. That's vagus nerve stimulation, by the way. Science, fancy, free. Third, tell your body, I'm safe, out loud. Whisper it, grunt it if you have to. You gotta reteach your system that not every siren means fire. And finally, don't fight your anxiety like it's a monster. Talk to it like it's a scared kid who saw a shadow and thought it was the boogeyman. Pat it on the head. Say, thanks for trying to keep me safe, but we're good now. Because guess what? You are good now. You're not broken. You're buffering. And if some scruffy old dude in a filthy coat can figure this out while sharing a tuna can with 3 alley cats, you definitely can too. Let me tell you something a caring friend or a relative should have told you. You're not too much. You're not broken. You're not weak for feeling fear. You've just been carrying too many alarms in a world that never taught you how to disarm them. But listen here, kid. There's something in you that's stronger than the noise, quieter than panic, but steadier than fear. Call it soul, call it breath, call it the little light that never went out, even when everything else did. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to be present. That's enough. That's always been enough. You got this. And if no one else told you today, I'm proud of you. Proud of you for even thinking about this stuff. Most folks just run from it, and even more proud that you're willing to change. That takes guts. You're doing just fine. Now, if you excuse me, I have some business to attend to. Laters.